Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Conn Sports Corner. Today, I have with me a very special guest. Her name is Candida Rose. Candida, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing very, very well. Thank you so much, Mike, for allowing me to be here with all of you this afternoon. Oh, I'm on the wrong mic. Thank you so much for thank you so much for allowing me to be here with all of you this afternoon. And no, this is not sports for me because, like I said to the guys, I can't even hit a wastebasket with a piece of paper. So
Well, Candida, I'm honored and privileged to have you on the show. And what I would like to do right now, Candy, if you don't mind, is give a little bit of bio about yourself, if you don't mind. Candida Rose, vocalist, entertainer, educator. She was born and raised in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Candida Rose Baptista is a second generation American born Cape Verdean. She is a vocalist, songwriter, entertainer, music, and cultural educator, as well as a mother and grandmother. Her 10-song debut CD entitled Cabo Americana, The Summer Me, combines the Cape Verdean musical roots with American, primarily jazz, influences. A mixture called Cabo Jazz or Jazz. She is a student of University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth, where she graduated summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Arts degree in music, specializing in African American world music performance with a minor in African American studies. In addition, she recently graduated from UMass Boston with a Master's of Science degree in Transnational Cultural and Community Studies, known as Critical Ethnic and Community Studies. As a working performer, in addition to her work with various jazz, R&B, and Cape Verdean musical groups through her company Golden Rose Music, Candida spends days, and I know this for a fact, traveling the South Coast region of Massachusetts and Rhode Island as a life enrichment entertainer, singing for nursing home, assisted living, and adult care facilities, as well as for various senior groups and associations. It is said that she captivates her audiences and stirs them up with a uniquely compelling voice that combines the overtones and undertones of jazz, rhythm and blues, and gospel with just the right touch of international spice. Wow, that is awesome. That is fantastic. Candida, can you let the viewers know how it all began? What got you interested in music and doing what you do now?
So, Mike, before I do that, can I just sing a little bit first and let them hear a little bit, and then we
Oh,
can get into that? Is that okay?
we okay, absolutely. Matter of fact, that's what we discussed earlier. So that's on me. Go ahead. Let the viewers get a taste of what they're going to hear for the next hour.
It's all good, my brother. It's all good. This is actually a song that Mike requested, so this is for Mike.
Absolutely.
I can only give you love that lasts forever, and a promise to be near each time you call. And the only heart I own for you and you alone, that's all. Is so. I can only give you country walks in springtime and a hand to hold when leaves begin to fall, and a love whose burning light can warm the winter night. That's all is so. There are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a love time can never destroy. If you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you'll adore from now to evermore. That's all. Eso. So I want you all to just sit back for a moment and just listen to this
I am.
beautiful violin. In traditional Cape Verdean music, the violin is an instrument that is truly part of the formation of the music, played by a gentleman named King Al. And the rhythm that you're hearing, this beautiful jazz song that's been sung by Sarah Vaughan and Ella Fitzgerald, the rhythm is called the mob. Kabul jazz. That's what this is. There are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a love time can never destroy. If you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you'll adore from now to evermore. That's all. Eso.
That was absolutely beautiful, Candy. That was absolutely beautiful. Wow. I'm at a loss for
Thank you,
words right
Mike.
now. I'm at a loss for words.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike.
Wow. We got a show to do.
I
Um,
know. So, so I'll go back to your question, right? So
yes,
how did it all start, right? So,
yes.
that's a long story, but the short of it is, I started singing when I was a very little girl. There are stories about my doing stuff like, trying to get to a radio station at, like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, with
Wow.
friends to sing on the radio station. And I learned Cape Verdean songs when I was very, very young. And and as I got older, I kind of let go of the singing a little bit, because I just really didn't know. I just knew I loved to sing, but I didn't know I was going to
Mhm.
try to do anything, like I am now. And I was kind of discovered by a girlfriend of mine, and that's a whole nother story. But I actually started doing working professionally as a musician, not until the mid '80s. So it took me some time from my teen years in the '70s to the '80s to really get into singing professionally. And it wasn't until, and you mentioned UMass Dartmouth, so it wasn't until I got to UMass Dartmouth. that I decided that I wanted to do this as a full-time career. I've been, dibbling and dabbling and
Hmm.
choir. I've been a choir a choir director, and singing choirs, directing choirs, all these kinds of things. Youth choirs, all those singing at weddings and all that stuff. But once I got to UMass Dartmouth, I discovered my sort of, I rediscovered, I should say, my Cape Verdean musical roots, because I was in a world music program and I realized that, I have world music like inside of me, and that's what I grew up with. And
Hmm.
sort of mixed that with the jazz. I mean, rediscovered Horace Silver, of course, who's an amazing, for those of you who happen to be jazz enthusiasts, you might know the name of Horace Silver. He happened to be Cape Verdean American, and but he infused some of his Cape Verdean sensibilities into his jazz.
Hmm.
So I took that as inspiration, and decided to do. Once I graduated, I did my CD, and you know, I went back to school to figure out. I went back to do my music degree to figure out, how do I make music a full time career. How do I
Hmm.
do that? What And so I learned, about the business of music, and really understood my instrument, right? Because a lot of people don't always understand that your voice is your instrument, just like saxophonist, his instrument um, is his saxophone. A
Right.
guitarist, his instrument is his guitar. Well, a vocalist,
Hmm.
my instrument is my voice. And so kind of went from there.
Candy, your next song, which you're going to do, which is a beautiful song, is going to be in Cape Verdean. For
Yeah.
those people who are watching, may not know what is Cape Verdean. What is the culture? Can you maybe explain to the viewers, because they must be, what is Cape Verdean? What is that? Can you let the people know exactly what it is?
Sure, sure, sure. I don't know if I can do exactly, but I'll give you a little bit of a synopsis. Um,
Okay.
so, as Michael said, I am second generation American born Cabo Verdean American. So the Cape Verde Islands, for those of you who may not know, the Cape Verde Islands, or the República de Cabo Verde, is a group of very small islands off of the western coast of Africa, Senegal to be exact. And at our roots, we are this mixture of African and Portuguese, with
Hmm.
lots of other ethnicities sort of thrown in there for good measure, because of where Cabo Verde is located, and during the time of exploration. So that's how we have grown into this Creole culture, so Cape Verdean culture. For those of you who may be interested with French Creole, it's the same kind of thing, but we are a Portuguese. It's more of a Portuguese Creole. Our language is more of a
Okay.
Portuguese Creole, and our again, the people, just like French Creoles, can be, we run the gamut of the rainbow in terms of shades, right? So there's very,
Hmm.
very, very light to very, very dark, and everything in between, where all sizes, shapes, colors, and we just this beautiful mix, not only in um, some of the ways we look, but also the way we speak. Our music is a sort of this combination of our Portuguese side and our African side, and sometimes it gets all mixed up. And then there's all
Hmm.
kinds of because Cabo Verde is an island, and there are cities that are right, the port island, port cities, right, in Cabo Verde. So
Hmm.
there's lots of other, like Brazil is very big in Cabo Verde. The sort of Brazilian influence. So there's lots of different influences to give us our culture. We have food that's unique to Cape Verdean culture.
Hmm.
We have rice and beans just like everybody else, but our rice and beans are more, we call it jag, but also derived from a cornmeal that's called jagacida. So there's a lots of we have um, uh, this beautiful dish called cachupa, which It's a mixture of sort of corn with beans and meat, and this, it's a stew, so it's very hearty because we had to come through famine, we had to come through drought. Uh, so there's lots of things that we've had to come through in our history to get us to where we are. We're a very resilient people, and we love our culture, and we have this thing, um, for people who like Mike and know other Cape. If you happen to know any other Cape Verdeans, we have this thing called marabaza, and marabaza is this warmth, this this sense of hospitality. So if you ever go to Cabo Verde, you'll find that people are very welcoming and they're very loving, and they bring you in and your family, no matter what nationality you may be, where you're from. So that's just kind of a little bit of what we're about, but there's so much. It's so I do presentations on this, so if anybody ever wants me to come and do a presentation on Cape Verdean music and culture, call me.
Wow, that is absolutely fascinating. And can you tell the people your next song you would like to do?
Okay, so the next song I'm going to do is called Cabo Verde un dia, which means Cape Verde one day. And when I was doing my CD, so Mike again in my bio mentioned my CD Cabo Americana, the Sum of Me, which Cabo Americana means Cape Verdean American woman. And the Sum of Me was just sort of this deriving this sort of sum and sum, right? A little bit of everything that I am. And so the song basically says that Cabo Verde, because at the time, 2004, 2005, when I was writing the lyrics to this song, I
Mhm.
had not been to Cabo Verde yet, right? So I grew up in the
Right, right.
culture, grew up with Cabo Verde, speaking the language and all these things, but I had not been there yet. So the song basically says, Cabo Verde, although I was born here in the United States, I grew up with everything about you in my heart and in my soul. I grew
Hmm.
up every day wanting to be with you and to see you. Um, Cabo Verde into Chiga Nabo means Cabo Verde, Cape Verde, I will come to you. Cabo Verde into Spia Nabo, I will see you. I will come and I will see you. And I talk about my islands, the islands of where my grandparents are from, Santo Antão
Hmm.
and Jabrava. And even though I haven't gone yet, with faith, I will make it there. So that's basically what the song is about. And um, now that I've been there about five times now, I sing this song. Michael, have you been to Cabo Verde yet?
I am so forward to looking to go there. I have not been there. I have
You
not had
gotta
the
go.
pleasure, but I hear about it. Oh, I
You
know, I know.
you have to
I
go.
definitely. Yeah.
Um, so now I sing this song for people like Michael, who are Cape Verdean American, who have not been to Cabo Verde yet, because there's something about when you go for the first time. Um, and the first time I went was in 2006 with Tiny Tavares, Michael, um, and uh, I started to cry before I even before the plane even touched the ground. Like I could
Wow.
feel that I was coming home. And I sing this song not only for Cape Verdean Americans, but for anyone who has roots in another country. I don't know, you can be from Jamaica, you could be from France, you could be from, Italy,
Right.
you could be from Haiti, wherever your roots happen to be. You should go and check out the country of your roots, because there's something there that lets you know that you're home. Even though, yes, America is my home. I love America, and this is where I'm born and raised. But there's something about my roots that when I went there was something that let me know that uh, this is what makes me who I am as a full person. And so I encourage anybody who hasn't been to the country of their origins, even whether it's like 3, 4, 5 generations, it doesn't matter, to go and
Right.
check it out.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we
That
ready?
is that's fantastic. I am ready. I'm ready to go. And the name of the song is again for those who are watching.
Cabo Verde, dia, which means Cabo Verde, one day. Cabo Verde. E nesse livro, na marca, em criar com tudo custo de bom na minha coração. Em criar com desejo, para o diabo dia. Para chegar na boa, dia. Cabo Verde. All right. So this is what I'd like everybody to do. I'd love for everybody to put their hands together for me. Do a little two-step if you can. Cabo Verde, dia. I see you, Michael. Cabo Verde, dia. Into Chiganabo. Cabo Verde, dia. Cabo Verde, dia. Into Spianabo. Cabo Verde, vou que está na minha alma. Cabo Verde, vou que está na minha sangue. Em criar com tudo amor de bom na minha coração. Em criar com desejo ao diabo. Here we go. Cabo Verde, dia. Feel free to sing. Cabo Verde. Cabo Verde, dia. Into Chiganabo. Cabo Verde, dia. Cabo Verde, dia. Into Spianabo. Santantão. Foi a ilha de minha mãe. Foi a ilha de minha pai. Nascido na mar, ainda está com cheiro. Com pena Deus ora Pampai também. Here we go. Cabo Verde. Cabo Verde, dia. Cabo Verde, dia. Entre Chiganabo. Cabo Verde, dia. Cabo Verde, dia. Into Spianabo. All right. Come on, let's get those hands together.
I feel like getting up and dance right now, but I can't.
Go ahead, Michael. Come on, let me see that two-step. Te conchego, minha terra, I will know you, my country. Do diabo, dia, I will see you one day. Abraçado, minha terra, so I can give you a great big hug. Beijado, dia, minha raiz, my roots, minha credel, my love. Minha sonho, my dream. Oh, minha alma, my soul. Oh, Cabo Verde. Oh, Cabo Verde. Oh, Cabo Verde, dia, Cabo Verde. Te conchego, minha terra. Teu diabo, dia. Abraçado, minha terra. Beijado, dia, minha raiz. Minha tchau. Oh, minha sonho, oh, minha alma, oh, Cabo Verde. Oh, te conchego, teu diabo, abraçado, te conchego, teu diabo, abraçado, beijado, Cabo Verde, oh, Cabo Verde, oh, Cabo Verde, un día, Cabo Verde.
Again, thank you again for that song. That song is so beautiful, and the way your voice inflection and the intonation is like phenomenal. It's
Thank
phenomenal.
you.
What a beautiful song that is. What a beautiful song that is. Now, if you don't mind me asking, Candy, what do you do like right now? What are you doing right now, as far as
Right now,
in your day to day life? You know what I mean, in your day to day life, what do you have
my
going on? And if people want to, get in touch with you or check you out, how can they?
okay. So there's a few questions in one, Mike. All right. So what am I doing right now?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I am, I guess somebody called it today. I'm resetting my performance business, my Golden Rose Music, because of course with COVID, everybody has had a tough time, right? And
Yes,
so,
yes.
since March up until about just a couple of months ago, it was really difficult because I work for nursing homes, assisted living, adult daycare centers. That's what I do every day, and
Hmm.
that's the population that got hit almost like hardest in terms of it's
Yes,
the
yes.
elderly community, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so I'm getting back to that. Matter of fact, just before I came to this interview here, came back home and to do the interview, I was performing at an assisted living place
Wow.
in Dartmouth, because I'm here in New Bedford, and in Dartmouth. Um, and that's kind of what I do on it. That's my bread and butter. So that's kind of what I do on a daily basis. But also, I take part in lots of particularly Cape Verdean related events and functions. So this weekend, I am. So tomorrow, I'm actually traveling to Falmouth, and I'm taking part in a wonderful grand opening of a new Cape Verdean museum that's opening
Wow.
in Cape Cod in Falmouth. It's called the
Wow.
Cape Cod Cape Verdean Museum and Cultural Center, under the curatorship of Barbara Burgo and her team. So that's a wonderful thing. So I'm going to be going down to that to help celebrate that. And also because this weekend is also a celebration of Saint Jean. I don't know, Mike, if you remember, as we were when we were kids, we would go to different places and celebrate the Festival de Saint Jean, right? So like
Yeah,
maybe
I can remember
the
that.
Well Away, probably
Yes,
remember the
yes,
Mastro. Remember the
yes,
Mastro.
yes.
So
Yeah.
right. So, that it's a celebration of Saint John, but it's not only Cape Verdean celebration. It's also a celebration through Lusophone, through the Lusophone Portugal. So like Brazil, Mozambique, Angola, any of those places that are Portuguese related will also celebrate the Festival de São João. So and because the museum has Portuguese roots,
Mhm.
the place where they're where they have the museum, it's a sort of a combination of the Festival de São João and the grand opening of the Cape Verdean Museum, Cape Cod Cape Verdean Museum and Cultural Center. So that's on Friday, and then on Saturday I'm going to be singing at in Taunton, another here in Massachusetts, for the Taunton Diversity Network, and they've
Okay.
asked me to come and share some songs, some Cape Verdean songs and American songs as well, for their celebration. So that's this weekend, and then of course, uh, Cape Verdean recognition here in New Bedford it's a huge,
Yes,
huge,
yes.
because New Bedford is the cradle of Cabo Verdean American history.
Hmm.
We have a whole week, sometimes 2 weeks of
Yes,
celebration,
yes.
which includes Mike's wonderful festival that he's going to be doing on July 3rd. I'm also singing for the flag raising that's happening on June 28th. So lots of different. I do everything. I tell everybody I do everything from weddings to funerals and everything in between. So
But Candy, one thing you didn't state, well, you just I made a point about it. Most recently, you did a wedding reception for a good friend of ours, JoJo Gomes, and I happened to she shared it with everyone, and I happened to see it, and you had the crowd going absolutely crazy. I mean, you had that place erupting. It was beautiful for the wedding. It was beautiful for the reception, but it also was a chance for everyone to celebrate, especially we've all been going through. And you could tell people
Hmm.
just letting their hair down and just having a great, good old time. And that's what it's
Yeah,
all about.
it was.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it was fun. JoJo's my girl. I don't know if she's well, she's probably on the way to Azores right now. She spent
Yeah,
her honeymoon in she spent her honeymoon in Cabo Verde, and I
yeah.
think they're going from Cabo Verde to the Azores. But yeah, that's I love her, and we've been friends for over 20 years, and she wanted me to sing a couple of Cape Verdean songs because she was going to Cape Verde for the first time. So
Yeah.
it was fun. And the interesting thing, she's still on Facebook, even on her honeymoon, she's still posting things on
Yeah.
Facebook. And
Yeah.
she sent me something saying, Candida Rose we got in a cab and the cab driver knew Candida Rose, so she's famous here in Cabo Verde.
I read that. I did. I read that.
So I said, I sent back, I put a comment just now saying, I'm glad I'm famous somewhere.
But I noticed. I've known you for quite a long time, and I noticed that uh, your personality always shines, and you always come through as a very, um, I guess, comfortable person to talk to and listen to. You seem like you're very, what's the word I want to use? Um, People can accept you a lot easier than maybe others. Do you know what I'm trying to
I'm
say?
approachable. I'm approachable. Is that the
That's the
word?
good word. That's the word. That's the word I want to use. Yes. Where do you think that
Approachable,
came from?
friendly. What's the word? And compassionate and empathetic.
Yes.
I
Where
don't
did that come
know.
from? Where do you think that came from?
Well, I think part of it is innate. I think part of it is part of our culture. That's who we are from the inside. I believe that's I mean, of course, there's always bad apples in every bunch, right?
Right, right,
But
right, right.
as a whole, that's who we are. We are compassionate. We are loving. Um, we are caring. We do want to listen. We do want to help. We want to, I mean, in a place like New Bedford, even people that have come here who don't know anything about Cape Verdean culture and they come here, they realize that, this is a place that's very different in that people are just so open and they accept you with open arms. That's
Hmm.
just who we are. And so I think that's
Yeah.
part of it. I just love people. I always have. And so, oh boy, now you're gonna choke me up here, Mike. I love people. I always have. And it brings me so much joy and it fills my heart so much to be able to share the gifts that I know that I've been given with whoever will listen. I mean, I know that I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Everybody, we all have our likes and dislikes. So not everybody is going to love Candida Rose, but the people who do love Candida Rose, I I share everything I have with my heart and with my soul. And that's what people feel. Oh boy, I think I'm frozen in the face. The face, of course, it freezes up on me on the ugliest face that I have to make, right? My ugly. Everybody has an ugly cry face, right? I was
Right,
I
right.
was making an ugly cry face when it froze on me. Anyway, um,
uh,
um, so I'm glad I had to laugh on that one. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, right?
exactly.
So I think I just feel very, very blessed and honored to be able to do what I do on a full-time, regular, everyday, almost sometimes 24/7 basis. Is it glamorous all the time? Absolutely not. Is there work? it's hard work to be a full-time performer,
Yes.
especially when as we were going through COVID. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not necessarily an easy thing. There's a lot of moving parts, and people I don't think n- really understand the complexities sometimes of what we have to go through to do what we do. Yeah, they say, "Oh, yeah, you just
Right.
open your mouth and sing," or "Oh, you just pick up your saxophone and play your
It's not.
saxophone," or
No.
"Oh, you just." No, it's not that. It's not that
No.
simple.
Not
It's
at
not
all.
that simple. And if you're a professional, just like, well, I'm going to bring it back to sports because I'm on a sports show. A professional athlete trains and trains and trains and
Yes.
practices
Yes. Yeah.
to do what they do, to be really
Right.
good at what they do. And
Absolutely.
I like to think that I've given my profession that same kind of vigor and attention um, to be the best vocalist that I could be.
But I think, Candy, that you have definitely proven that time and time again. The people of New Bedford uh, should be proud of you and what you've accomplished and the type of person that you are. You're humble, even though you're multi-talented. You're very humble, and it shows. I mean, it just shows the person that you are and how you conduct yourself, and you're real. Bottom line is you're real. There's no
Thank you.
fake, phony about you. So.
Thank you, Mike. I've as I go through, we all go through our own journeys, right? And there's also a spiritual journey that I've gone through and still going through. And in that journey, one of the things that I've learned is that I have to be authentic. I have to be who I am. I can't be anybody else. I can't,
Right.
from a professional standpoint, from a vocal standpoint, I can't be Whitney Houston or Anita Baker
Right.
or anybody else. I
Right.
can only be Candida Rose, right?
Right.
Um, and so I have to learn how to be me and be okay with
Mhm.
being me, and understand that not everybody is going to. That's not going to, again, like I said, I'm not going to be
Right.
everybody's cup of tea. Some people are going to
Right.
think I'm too much or whatever. I don't know, and or some people are going to say, who does she think she is? Oh, whatever. You just never know. But
Right.
to that, I just say, in any of us who are shining our light, because that's really what I'm trying to do, is just shine the light so that um, we can all shine our light, so that the darkness can just subside for a little while. So all of us, you, Mike, you shine your light in doing what you do, right? Your guests that you have on, they shine their light doing what they do. And it makes the world a better place. So that's really just all I'm trying to do, is just to continue to shine my light, the light that I know that I have from within, um, not only for myself, but for the world. So that's me.
and, and Candy, that's why I wanted you on the show so much, is because just for that fact, because you have a very important message to give to others, and I wanted people, even in the sports world. Yes, I do a sports show, but there's more important things than sports. You know what I mean? And I realize that, and that's why I have people like yourself on the show to give a different perspective about what's really real, what's really important, and you exemplify what exactly it is that people should strive to be and look forward to becoming. And you have a great message to send, and I felt it was very important that I had you on the show because you do have that much of a talent. We got about 20 minutes. I know you want to do a couple more songs for the people. I think your third song is Sodad.
Yes, I have a couple more.
Okay,
Sodad.
you okay? You,
Let me just
you
take.
okay?
Let me. Huh? Yeah, I think I need to go and get a tissue, but I need a tissue, but I don't have one.
I have that effect on people. They say I don't know.
You made me cry, Mike. My nose is running. I can't. I don't have anything to wipe it with. Talk about being real, right? Um,
Right?
okay, I'm gonna come off camera for a quick second. Okay, I found something. I didn't want to wipe my nose with my hands and then everybody saw.
Right.
Okay, you want it real? Here it is. Okay.
There you go.
I'm talking with two mics at the same time. You know, I'm a mess sometimes. All right.
Uh,
Okay, so Saudade just means, Saudade is for Cape Verdeans, or Cabo Verde. I have to remember to use Cabo Verdean instead of Cape Verdean because Cape is sort of the English translation, and the Republic of Cabo Verde wants us to refer to Cabo Verde as Cabo Verde and not Cape Verde. So Saudade for Cabo Verdeans is this longing for your country, for a place, for your island. And it says, who has shown you this long road? Who has shown you this long road to Santo Tomé? And Santo Tomé is a place where people were taken to work. They were trying to find a better place, find a better life, so they went to work. But it ended up not being the best of places for them to go to at the time. And so the song talks about that journey, and and it really talks about, it really grabs at the heart of who we are, because we've had to we've had to immigrate to so many people.
right.
We have more people in the diaspora than we have actually on the islands because we've had to leave, and so this song kind of captures that sense of, not I'm going to miss you because I might see you next week, but I'm longing for someone or some place that I may never ever see again. And that's
Wow.
what that's the song. If you write to me, I'll write to you. But if you forget me, I may forget you until you return, or till we return to each other. So that's so that. With a little bit of Cabo jazz flair.
Okay.
Bayurandaya, bayurudaya, bayurandaya, ba ba, bayurandaya, bayurudaya, bayurandaya da. Quem mostrava esse caminho longe, quem mostrava esse caminho longe, esse caminho para Santo Tomé. Quem mostrava esse caminho longe, quem mostrava esse caminho longe, esse caminho para Santo Tomé. Saudade, saudade, oh saudade, és minha terra, Conceicao. Saudade, oh saudade, oh saudade, és minha terra, Cabo Verde. Se vos escrever, mente escrever-vos. Se vos esquecer, mente esquecer-vos. A dia. Se vos escrever, mente escrever-vos. Se vos esquecer, mente esquecer-vos. Até dia que vou voltar. Oh, oh, saudade, oh, saudade. Saudade é minha terra, Jabrava, Santo Antão. Saudade, oh, saudade, oh, saudade é minha terra, Cabo Verde. So this is a traditional Cape Verdean song written in the 40s, I believe. But it was made famous by our Cape Verdean diva, the late great Cesaria Evora. So if anybody knows world music, you would know Cesaria. And she was the one that brought this sung throughout the world. It's almost now like a unofficial national anthem for Cape Verdeans everywhere in the diaspora. Quem mostrava esse caminho longe, quem mostrava esse caminho longe, esse caminho para Santo Tomé. Quem mostrava esse caminho longe, quem mostrava esse caminho longe, esse caminho para Santo Tomé. Oh, oh, saudade, oh, saudade. Saudade é minha terra. Maio, Boa Vista, Sal. Saudade, oh, saudade, oh, saudade é minha terra. São Vicente, Santa
Freezing up on me.
Luzia,
Come on.
que vou voltar. Se vos escreve, mente escreve-vos. Se vos esquecer, mente esquecer-vos. Até dia que vou voltar. Oh, oh, saudade, oh, saudade. Saudade é minha terra. Saudade, oh, saudade, oh, saudade é minha terra, São Nicolau. Escrevendo papoeira, sirendia, baiana, baiana, Chibarindia, baiana. Saudade, 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 saudade.
Another fantastic song. And one of our good friends chimed in, Mr. Chops Turner. He said the
Chop,
Ilbo
chop.
song just one, and only Candida Rose from my man Chops Turner, who I love to death. He said, God bless.
Thank you. You
We
know,
love
Chops.
Chops. You know
If
that.
you're hearing me, Chops, if you're hearing me, you know I love you. The Chops is that's my brother. That's my musical brother for sure. We've been friends for a long, long, long time. I won't tell a story that I normally tell, Chops. Okay. Chops, you know
But
I
you know
love
what's
you.
great? Yeah, I love Chops as well. You know what's great, Candy, is the fact that, you know, by having you on the show, a lot of people who might not know what Cape Verdean is or the music, you're shining light to something that maybe they weren't aware of. That now I think it's going to reach out to so many people that they're going to become even more interested in it as well. And it's something that I couldn't do. So I want to thank you for that. I mean, giving us this treat to hear you perform the way you are live, in fact. So I mean, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what else to say. All I can say is just thank you for doing what you're doing, and I'm sure the people who are tuning in are definitely enjoying the show. You know what I mean? And on Saturday, July 3rd, I can't wait to be able to present you with the recognition award from New Bedford City Hall, as well as the New Bedford City Council, in front of your own people. You can't get no better than that.
You are you. I do. I love you, Michael. Thank you so much for doing all that you do as well. So I'm honored that that someone as like yourself is acknowledging or this is what I'm looking at. I'm gone blank. Acknowledging um, the work that I do because I love I do what I do because I love my community. I love my culture. I love my people, and I love people in general. So I do what I love. I do what I love. That's really all it all it is.
And you and you do it very well. Now you know this next song that you're about to do is one of my favorites of all time, as you know that everybody's favorite of all time. Can you let the viewers know about this next song you be singing? One of my favorites of
Okay.
all time.
All right. So any Cabo Verdean who grew up in New Bedford probably knows this song and probably grew up learning how to do a two-step, the two-step. I remember going to dance, right? So I remember going to dances at the vets because I had to with my parents. I was young, right? And I
Yeah.
remember someone putting me on their foot to teach me how to do this two-step. And so this
Mhm.
is one of those songs, very, again, traditional Cabo Verdean song, probably written in the 1940s or something. And so it's called Sosabi. So Sosabi means so good or how great or such fun. And if anybody who knows Cabo Verdeans know that Cabo Verdeans love to party, right, Mike?
Oh, we know that. I'm one of them.
We love to party. So this song basically says, so you'll hear me say "Bem puno bem brincar." So if anybody understands Portuguese out there, you'll hear me say "Bem puno bem brincar" means come so we can come and play. And the basic premise of the song is that, okay, you can't come in here if you're going to start some trouble. You can't do that. There's nobody here to police you. So, your mom's not here, your dad's not here, your girlfriend's not here. No, no, don't start any trouble with anybody. Just you just come in because we're gonna have a good time. And basically, if you don't come in with any attitudes.
Right,
Because
right.
malcriado means, so you think malcriado que te entra ali. So malcriado means ill-mannered, badly raised, maybe. So if you've got a bad attitude, don't even show your face. Like turn around, go outside. So here we go. So sabi. So I want everybody to say that with me when you hear me say so sabi. I want you guys to sing along with me, and we're going to put our hands together right here. So sabi, so sabi. Dem brinca, so sabi, mama, so sabi. Dem brinca, so sabi, mama, so sabi. Dem brinca, so sabi, mama, so sabi. Dem brinca, so sabe. Uma criado que tá entra ali, nem bom mais nem bom pai, nem bom que eu ali. Uma criado que tá entra ali, nem bom mais nem bom pai, nem bom que eu ali. Mal criado que tá entra ali, nem bom mais nem bom pai, nem bom que eu ali. Mal criado que tá entra ali, nem bom mais nem bom pai, nem bom que eu ali. All right, here we go. Ready? So sabi. Dem brinca, so sabi. Here we ready? Go. So sabi, right there. Dem
I can't sing
brinca,
it.
so sabi. So sabi. So sabi, mama, so sabi. Dem brinca, so sabe. Uma criado que tá entra ali, nem por mais nem por pai, nem por que eu ali. Criado que tá entra ali, nem por mais nem por pai, nem por que eu ali. Mal criado que tá entra ali, nem por mais nem por pai, nem por que eu ali. Mal criado que tá entra ali, nem por mais, nem por pai, nem por cresceu que está ali. Oh, oh. All right, come on, let's put those hands together. Michael, let me see you doing two-step now.
You should go dance.
Or a single, or a single. So sabi, so sabi. Vem brincar, so sabi, mamá, so sabi. Vem brincar, so sabe, mamá, so sabe. Vem brincar, so sabe, mamá, so sabe. Vem brincar, so sabe. Uma criado que tá entre ali, nem por mãe, nem por pai, nem por que eu gostaria. Uma criado que tá entre ali, nem por mãe, nem por pai, nem por que eu gostaria. Mal criado que tá entre ali, nem por mãe, nem por pai, nem por que eu gostaria. Mal criado que tá entre ali, nem por mãe, nem por pai, nem por que eu gostaria. Here we go. So sabe, come on, let me hear you now. Vem brincar, so sabe, so sabe, mamãe, so sabe. Vem brincar, so sabe, mamãe, so sabe. Vem brincar, so sabe, mamãe, so sabe. Vem brincar, so sabe. Woo! All right. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. Wow. It brings back a lot of fond memories. I'll tell you that,
Brings
Candy.
back
It brings back
memories,
a
right?
lot of memories.
The Verdi and
Yeah,
Vets,
that
the
brings back a lot of great memories.
YA.
Oh,
All
yes.
those places,
Oh,
all those
yes.
places. Yes, the United Social
Ah,
Club.
I'm going to tell you
All
right
of our
now.
elders, God rest their
Yeah,
souls. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, they're watching down on us. They're watching now. You know, Candy, I think, I've done a lot of shows, but this is probably the most entertaining show I've ever been involved with. And it's because of you.
Well, you see my little title that you got. Vocalist entertainer. That's what I do. That's
Yes,
what I
that's
do.
what you are.
I
And
entertain.
you are unbelievable. Unfortunately, we only have about 3 minutes. This could go. I could do this for 4 hours. We only got about 3, 4 minutes. And the last song you're gonna do. Now you did English, Cape American. Then you did Cabo Verde. Now you're gonna go back and do a nice American song that everybody's gonna love.
Oh,
You're
I
gonna
hope
end it
so.
with a bang. I watch,
I hope.
folks.
I
Tune
hope
into
so.
this one.
All right. So very, very quickly, this song it's an original song that I wrote last summer in the height of the pandemic, in the height of all of the civil unrest that we were dealing with as a country. But I still, in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of the craziness and the not so niceness that was happening, there was also lots of beauty, and I saw a lot of love coming from the people who are out there helping everybody, and the firefighters and the people who are working in the stores and the nurses and the doctors and just even neighbors helping each other. So I adopted this mantra: love each other through, and we must love each other through. And so I heard this mantra, and it was I heard I felt like it came through to me and through me, channeled through me to share the message of love, hope, compassion with all of you. So you are adding to my 1 million people that I want to share this song with. So love each other through. In a world so filled with chaos, when all our hope seems lost, there are treasures we must hold on to, no matter what the cost. Compassion, kindness, and empathy, if we can only name of you. And for humanity's sake, love's the most precious in my view. We've got to love each other through till we reach the other side. We must love each other through. Now's not the time to run and hide. Let's lift each other up in prayer, 'cause there's always solace there. What we need to do is love each other through. If you ever feel like you're falling, don't be afraid to reach for my hand. I'll be there to lift you to safety. I will help you regain your stand. Yes, I am my brother's keeper, my sisters too. No matter what people may say, 'cause at the heart of it all, I know love's the only way. Yes, we've got to love each other through till we reach the other side. We must love each other through. Now's not the time to run and hide. Let's lift each other up in prayer, 'cause there's always solace there. What we need to do is love each other through. As we travel through this life, we realize we're not alone. As we share our good, open up our hearts, we'll find joy we've never known. We've got to love each other through till we reach the other side. I want you guys to feel this with me. We must love each other through. Now's not the time to run and hide. Let's lift each other up in prayer, 'cause there's always solace there. What we need to do is love each other through. What we need to do is love each other through. Michael, this has been amazing. Thank you so much.
Candy, you got me tears in my eyes now. I'm crying now. Wow, thank you so much. I got tears in my eyes right now. I mean, Candy, thank you so much for coming on my show. It was a pleasure and honored. I thank you so much. I'm at a loss for words, which is unusual, but I'm at a loss. I want to thank you so much for coming on my show and enlightening the viewers about Cabo Verde, about your talent, about your vocal skills, and you made my day. Thank you so much. Can't wait to July 3rd down at Monty Playground so I can honor you the way you need to be honored.
Mike,
Thank you
thank
so
you so
much,
much.
Candy.
Thank you to all your audience. I love you all. You can check the song out on Amazon. It can be downloaded from Amazon. It was released in April, and all the songs that you heard me sing today can all be downloaded from Amazon. And you can go to my website, candidarose.net, and you can find me on Facebook and all kinds of other places. So I love you all. Thank you so much, Mike. You are amazing. Thank you for doing this and bringing me
Thank
on.
you,
I truly
Candy.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. Let's get that million. Let's get that million. Let's get that million for Candida. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye,
See you next week.
everyone.
Thank you so much.